Yeah, Swano Mickey. I'm going to have to get the mower out, and I'm just going to knock a bit of this, might even get my push mower out, I think. I'll do a good job on that. Just knock a bit of this weed down here. Don't want it to get too towy. Might even do it this afternoon when it's, see that just down there? You can probably see it. It's not much greenery, it's very dry. I reckon we're coming in a bit of rain, but even if I don't mow it until but anyhow, show you something. Just ripping around in my bloody shorts this morning. Just getting a bit of sun on me back, and that, I think you've got to need a bit of old sun. But so what I'm doing here, I've just been out on the tractor this morning, fiddle farting around. Thought I'd get my big old chainsaw out and just cut these stumps. I think I've already showed you that. Just got to cut them down to a pretty equivalent level as one on just on the other side of the fence here. Next to a neighbour, I was talking to him, and when I pushed the stuff down, you can see all the leaves starting to die there. Tidied it up and run the boundary fence with the tractor with the blade down, just up along the boundary. Fair bit of rocking it up there, and just stick rake this here. Now, so that's just a stick rake that carls through some of the stuff you can handle, not real big stuff, into the heap there. So effectively, I've heaped it from, you can see the dead leaf there, all starting to drop down, and it's probably a good 100 metres down there. You can see the ones down there. I think I showed you the other day, but have a look. Spikes of this tree here. Yeah, see that there? You can see my hand, sun's on. There's a heart there. There's rot there. So that's the makings of a pipe. There's another small heart there, another heart there, and another heart there. So there's 3 hearts growing in that tree. All your annular rings and everything. You could count it and you could work it all out. You'd have to be smoother than with the chainsaw to count them. But I was talking to my neighbour, great neighbour, Barry. He said, no, just push that all down into there. So I got some beers coming for him. Because it saved me doing a lot of dragging with my tractor down into the scrub down there, down into the bush. But yeah, he doesn't like this when he bought the property. He said he'd have a fence like that, but well, it doesn't matter now because the tree's down. But yeah, I can tell you now, working in a hardwood sawmill, and I used to do a fair bit of tailoring out in the mill, the ex-in-laws mill, and nothing worse than when you hit a piece of steel in the log. The tree's growing around the steel spike or the nails or whatever, and I tell you what, does it damage the saws, the circular saws. But anyhow, what I'm doing here is I'll cut them off level with that one there, those two, and I'll probably this red gum here, I might level that up flat. You can see where the hinge, I pruned the hinge, where it hinged back. That was a pretty easy tree to cut down, but it wasn't. I had a very limited area because I didn't want it to hit me. That shipping container wasn't there, and I didn't want it to hit my little apple tree I planted there. So this side of the wheelbarrow, you can see the apple tree there, and I missed it by about ½ an inch with a limb. But anyhow, what I'm doing here today is I've got fuel leaks I've got to clear up, and you probably can't see it, but it is dripping off that. See that lift pump there? You got the right banjo. It's the banjo bolt with the brass washers on the left and the one on the right. So what I got to do is I'm going to use the old washers. I'm going to anneal them again, put it back together. Maybe I might need a new banjo bolt. I don't know. See that drip just then? So I don't like it dripping fuel. You can see where it's been dripping. I'm going to clean all that down. I'm going to degrease all in here. And I also have some brass washers, believe it. I thought it was the injectors leaking. not seating properly. But number 5, I'd go from the front, so it'd be number 1 at the front. So number 3 and number 5 return line. So I'm going to put new brass washers, which I got on there. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see it? Anyhow, they're leaking on that return line that returns to the fuel tank. There it is up there. So I got that. She's not using any oil or anything. It's running fine, but it's blowing like oily shit out the exhaust here. So I think potentially I might have, I wouldn't say it's blow-by because it's not blowing the dipstick up and it's not breathing heavy. So whether it's fuel, I don't know. Whether it's, because the injectors have just been done, so they should be right. So whether it's a little bit down on compression, I don't know. But it doesn't really look like oil to me. It looks more like fuel, but it could be oil. But anyhow, we'll just continue on. I won't need to be needed a big heat now. I'm backing it off. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of work with it, but it's really just running around. But maybe I'm not putting it under enough load, and she might be the old diesels. What do they do if they're not getting enough load? They'll glaze up the bores. So maybe she's doing a bit of that. I don't know, because when you're pushing, I just push in low gear, so because I won't like to go slow, but I might just need to take it for a bloody good run around and put it under a bit of load up a few hills or something, I don't know. But anyhow, it seems to be running fine, but yeah, it's not using much fuel, and it's all the oil seems great. I mean, it's probably using more fuel dripping than dripping. Also, I've got me back. As you can see, I put that new seal on this back brake here, and that's pretty well as dry, that seal. That's pretty well perfect. So, yeah, there's tiny little bit of oil that's leaking down off the hydraulics. But just whip around and have a look at the other side. So I got a bit of sun getting on the old body here this morning. Vitamin D or vitamin E, whatever they call it. One of the vitamins in here. Yeah, it's not blowing. She's not blowing any much at all out of that breather there, that crankcase breather. There's obviously some sort of a something or another behind here, some sort of filter, I would suspect. So stuff can't go back in. I'd have to have a look at the parts manual, which I haven't got. But anyhow, what have we got here? We got a fair bit of just oil coming down off the top sandwich there on the hydraulic bank, which is not much. I mean, oil always makes a hell of a mess. You think, oh geez, look at this mess, and it's always stuff all same there. That one's not leaking. It's good. So I've got another spare seal for that now if I've got to replace it. But it all looks fine. Yeah. So no, she's going well. I've got a few little things, like I said, I've got to cure up a few of those diesel leaks. And I just maintain it. Give her an oil change there. After I put the injectors back in, so that was, what am I in, September? That's probably beginning of September. Yeah, we're coming up close to Bathurst. That'll be a nice steady week for me. I just love Bathurst. I've got a new boot to put on here too. A new boot because that's split. Oh, it's cheap. It's only $10. South Burnett tractor parts. And I was funny, they said that one there, which is a bigger boot, $10. These ones here, which got little sun cracks in them, $40 each. The left and the right gear stick ones are dearer. They're $40. They're the same. There's 3 bolts go through them. So I just thought to myself, oh no, they can stay right. They can stay right on the shelf because those ones have got sun cracks in them. But I actually think I might put some leather around here, and then just to keep the sun off it. But anyhow, $10. And I've got a new bearing kit for me. The left-hand wheel I've adjusted up. It's fine. But this right-hand side one here, I got a new bearing kit for it when I get towy after, a little bit after this summer. I'm going to pull that off and I'm going to put my new bearings. They're like car wheel bearings, except they're not tapered roller bearings. Actually, they're like a motorbike. They got a sleeve in between and they go up to 160 £160, the big nut, and then it's got a locking nut with a locking tab in between. But what else can I tell you about the Sami? She's a bloody great old tractor. Like doing these trees, pulling these trees over, which you would have seen if you watch any of my Sweno Mick. Unbelievable how, you know, that's like the arborist, the timber cutter said to me, because these were, I could cut all these trees down, but there was a couple here that I thought, well, I didn't have the rope, big long rope, 10,000 kilo rope for starters, and I didn't have the big slingshot, the rope, small rope up over, so I wasn't going to go and buy all that just, you know, for $2,000 worth of arbor work, because you'd probably be looking at, you know, that, and then you got to trying to do it yourself, and like he's just better at it than I would be. It's not saying I couldn't do it, but you know, you pay the professionals when you're starting to get into. Oh, I mean, you can go about it and you go about it all safely, obviously. But anyhow, I'm going to leave that Sweno Mick. So I'll have a lovely day, Sweno Mick out.